Hello and welcome back to another YouTube video. So in this video we are going to be setting up my bullet journal for 2022. I just got myself this new notebook. It literally just came in the mail 2 minutes before I'm filming this, and I'm so excited. I can't wait to start talking about the notebook real quickly. It's the Tsuki, don't know how to say it, the Tsuki notebook from Notebook Therapy, and it's the pastel yellow one. I will link it down below. I used this for the later half of 2020 and I absolutely loved it. Last year I kind of went a size up, and I loved the size up, but it was just a touch too big for me, so I'm sizing down again this year and going with the A5 size instead of the B5 size that I had for 2021. Now getting into the actual setting up part, I'm just starting off with the page where you write your name. For the entire theme of the 2022 setup, I was really inspired by the September setup by Lollipop Lettering on Instagram. I will link the account down below so you can check her out. Absolutely fell in love with the theme, and I really wanted to try it out for myself and for my own bullet journal. So doodling some stuff, and I am just writing my name. That essentially concludes the very first page. It's not even a page, I just literally did some doodles and wrote my name. Going into our cover page for 2022, I didn't want to do something big. I wanted to keep it pretty low key. The 2022 setup pages are pages I don't really go back to often, or as often as other bullet journalers might. I don't really go back to the first beginning pages, so I like to keep it simple because I'm not going to be looking at it a lot. So I just did this kind of bust. It's not even a bust, it's kind of like shoulders and up without a face, and I just have the flowers coming out of it. And once again, I'm sticking to the color scheme that I've chosen and just writing 2022 on the side. Talking a little bit more as I'm coloring this about the color scheme, again inspired by Lollipop Lettering. It's a lot of pinks and reds and blues, and I absolutely love this combo, and I do want to try this out more in the future, so that's going to be very exciting. Once I have the cover page done, I am moving forward to the grid spacing page. So this is very much inspired by Amanda Rachley. She was the first one that I saw do it, and this has helped me tremendously in the past. I come back to this page. I think this is the only page I've really come back to that's kind of like the 2020 setup. 2022 like one of those yearly setup pages that I really come back to often. It's a grid spacing page. I absolutely love setting up this page. I split up my page into 4 different things. So first is I split it up halfway vertically and horizontally. I split it up into thirds and fourths. And the last thing I like to do is the calendar. When I am setting up the calendar for each month, I just want to know instantly how many boxes across, how many squares or little tiny squares, dots that I'm doing across and downwards. So that's another thing that kind of goes into my grid spacing page. The page next to it is, I don't want to leave it empty, so I drew this really little sweet girl holding up a strawberry. I thought it really went well with the color scheme of this entire setup. She's just holding up a little strawberry. I had so much fun drawing her and just coloring her, giving her blue hair, adding highlights. She was a blast to draw and a blast to color in, and I absolutely love the way she turned out. I think she looks really cute, and maybe, who knows, maybe I'll turn her into a sticker in the future. But well, that's the future me to decide. Right now, she lives as my grid spacing doodle in my bullet journal. The next thing I'm setting up that I actually implemented for the first time last year was a Polaroid. So doing a Polaroid photo per month, just kind of looking back and seeing the highlights of the year was really helpful, especially when things are going back down into lockdown. And I just kind of feel like it's 2020 all over again. So having that Polaroid, seeing all like the highlights of my year really helps me put in like a good mood. So I am doing like this banner thing at the top and just writing highlight reel and just drawing boxes for each of the month. Since this book is tinier than last year's I could fit all 12 in like a double spread. All 12 years, what am I talking about, all 12 months in a double spread. I can't do that with this one, so I'm splitting it up. I'm doing 6 and 6, and for the last 6 I am actually gonna do a Dutch door because I didn't really know what to do with the extra space. I was debating like doing doodles in there or doing like drawing something up, but at the end I was like, nah, I want to keep it really simple. I'm just gonna cut it out, do a Dutch door. And since I decided to do a Dutch door there, didn't really know what to do at the back until I was just, again, scrolling through Instagram, saw Lollipop lettering from like her September setup. She had this quote in her thing that said, chin up, everything's going to be okay, okay? And I love that because that is something I really, really needed to know in this point in my life. So shout out to her. I'm literally copying everything she did word for word in here, so all the credit goes to her. Like, I'm even copying the colors. If like her C was blue, my C is blue, exactly. Like, it's a total recreation of her quotes page that she did for her September. And once again, I will be linking her in the description. Please go check her out, give her a follow. I absolutely love her work and she inspires me so much. Like, absolutely love her. Talking about what supplies I'm using today, I am using very, very basic supplies. I am using, for the markers, I am using Crayola Super Tips in all the different various colors. I'm using it in like a dark maroon shade, a red shade, a little bit toned down than the maroon, like a little bit lighter than the maroon, like a pinky shade, a pale pink, like a skin tone color, a vibrant blue, a dark blue, and then a very dark blue. So those are like the colors I'm using. Along with that, I am using the Uniball white gel pen, and occasionally I think for when I was drawing in the grid spacing girl doodle thing, I use a random black gel pen I found in my dad's closet. So I do not know where it's from. It's some companies, don't know, but I love the way it just rolls off. But you can use any other black gel pen or any other black fine liner that you might want to use for that. So we're using very, very simple tools for this one, and once again, everything I use will be linked in the description down below if you want to get for yourself. I'm not affiliated with any of the links. I'm too tiny of a person online to have that, but I just want to share all the products I love and I use so often with you guys and with people that might be starting bullet journaling for the first time. And that completes this year's setup. Very, very simple. I'm just gonna do a quick flip through. I don't really like anything too much, too big. I don't really come back to these pages often, so it's very simple, very practical, and very to the point. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will catch you in my next one. Bye bye.